And the last one that came in, and that came in a number of times too, and this is quite heavy, but it's that real self-loathing. And it's the self-loathing when we look at ourselves through someone else's eyes. So it means that we think we might have done something that people wouldn't approve of, or, we're not happy with the situation that we're in or where we're at, but we're not looking at why we got there. And often, that real self-view is coming from not the truth. So when we do a perspective shift, we pause. So I talk a lot about, you might be in the mosh pit and you're in it and you can't get out of it. And you're all, everyone's like, trying to sort things out from a mess. And it's like the more we can step out and look at it, it's like there's a reason why we do the things we do. And there's a reason why we even make the choices that we make, even though we don't necessarily like the choices that we make afterwards, and we can't understand why we did it, and we're mad at ourselves. Yet there's a reason why. And when you pull that apart to go, what was going on, we often find that people are so lost to knowing who they are, or so lost to being able to be the version of themselves that they wanted to be, but they also don't know how to get that back. So this is why unpacking is really important, because when you view things from a perspective that is the truth, and that's the thing, it's like your version of the story of how you actually got there is the truth. And when we can really work through that and see that, it's so important, because it helps you come back to seeing you potentially through your experience eyes, or your soul's journey eyes, or what you're learning, rather than that harsh view of that self-loathing and I should have been better, or I should have done this, because that doesn't support us. And we can then go down that rabbit hole of getting really stuck in not knowing how we get out of that. And that's a pretty awful place for us to be. And the other thing too, with this week, if it wasn't the person going through that, they knew someone going through that. And so there was a lot of that. It's like, the life bombs weren't necessarily mine, but they were to my beautiful person that I really care about. And I don't know how to support me to support them in the life bomb. And so there's a lot, going on. There's a lot of big shifts and a lot of things, but at the end of the day, it's coming back to going, how can I view this in a way that I can see it properly for what it is, the absolute truth in it? And then how can I also be able to see a way to know how to support myself better? If you want help with that, that's my absolute specialty. That's what I do. It's like unpacking things until we find what resonates. So, that was this week. That there was some people that came in that are going, I feel like I'm getting on top of things. I feel like I've got my boundaries. I feel like I'm really listening to myself. I feel like I can, so their stuff was more about watching other people go through things and not being able to, know how to support them. But their life is kind of, they feel stronger in supporting themselves. So again, that's a beautiful shift too. So lots of things going on, but it really is about knowing and learning how to listen to ourselves. So, that was kind of this week. Some beautiful, exciting things coming up just next week. This Sunday, there is a live that I'm doing about life bombs, just to give us a bit more of an insight into what they are and, how we go about getting through them. And then on Thursday, if any of you guys are around, or if you have people that want to meet me, or you are up for dinner, I've got a 3-course dinner at Shani, because I'm so excited to just hang out with you guys, have some food, lay back, have a chat, talk about life bombs in a way that, it's a beautiful, relaxed kind of space where we can explore it a little bit more to get some more support for you. So that is Thursday, 6:30 this week. There's links in all my DMs and stuff like that. I'm going to post heaps about it. So, take a step, even if you, bring a friend or bring someone, or come by yourself. Super safe space, super safe space. Be brave, because that life bombs are so life-changing, that the more we know how to support ourselves, the easier we're going to get through life, particularly if we do it together. And lastly, of course, I have the retreat in Geelong, and that's a real deep dive into understanding your story and you and what you've been through and why your life is the way it is and how you can support yourself in a real empowered way to make empowered choices for you moving forward. So that's kind of me this week. That was a bit longer than I thought. Again, sending love to my sister and anyone else going through a ripple life bomb right now that has really upended their life in that way. And I will catch you all next week.